top 5 Bianca Belair gears of all time.
We have abs, we need to show it off. I just showed up with this big old case and they're like, what is this? Australia is not the place to wear a fur coat. That's my top. That was a moment.
Welcome everyone to Ring the Belle. This is DS and this is a very special episode we got with none other than Bianca Belair.
Hey!
I'm so excited to have you because we got this super exciting contest going on right now heading into SummerSlam, the aka SummerGlam. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, I'm super excited about it. WWE 2K24, they came up with this great idea to just, be able to have an integration with the fans. And it's so perfect for me because I make my own gear. But they are having a contest for the fans. They can use the WWE 2K24 Creation Suite to custom design a Bianca Belair gear. It's going from June 3rd all the way to the 12th. And at the end of it, I'm going to get to pick my favorite gear, which I know is going to be so hard because my fans are so talented. I always see them make amazing designs for me, but I'm going to get to pick a design of my choice and I'm going to make that design myself. And they will get to see me actually wear that at a WWE live event. But along with that, they're also going to win a trip to SummerSlam, a meet and greet with me. So I get to meet them and they'll get a custom Bianca Belair Xbox. So it's a lot going on with this integration in this contest, but I'm super excited about it. I love the fact that I get to involve my fans and, they get to see their gear on me and we get to collaborate on this amazing effort. So I'm just super excited about it.
Honestly, my heart rate's going up just listening to it because it's such an exciting idea. I'm already thinking about ideas incorporating your braids into Sailor Moon, Tangled, so many great ideas. But to celebrate this special contest, I had to make this interview very special. So I did some research. And I got hundreds of women's wrestling fans to submit their favorite Bianca Belair gears of all time.
Ooh.
So we can do a countdown of top 5 best Bianca Belair gears of all time.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay.
I was very excited to find out, and this was a very, very tough contest, so top 5 was very competitive. But let's dive right into the top 5 most favorite gear. It was a recent one.
Oh, Royal Rumble! Yes. So this is really hard for me because everybody knows for the premium live events and my really big moments, I only like to wear my gear once. So then every gear has a significance to it. So it's really hard to pick a favorite one because it has all these emotional feelings. But that was one of my first times trying that design. And everybody loved it. This is my Royal Rumble gear. And y'all was hyping me up on the internet. I saw the comments. Y'all was like, yeah, I like that gear. So
yeah.
That to me, okay, I agree with that one. I like that one. I love red.
Yeah, I think people agree with that. Red is your color. I remember talking to other wrestling fans about that gear. It almost seems like a turning point because it was so sleek and chic. It was you always had great costumes, but it almost seems like it was elevated into fashion with capital F.
Yes, that's what I've been trying to do lately. Bring a little bit more fashion. So my gear doesn't necessarily always look the generic wrestling gear. I'm trying to bring in a little bit more fashion. I'm trying to push my limits with the sewing machine.
I love that. Well, let's move to the 4th favorite look of everyone, and it was another red, the Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber. Oh,
tell me about it. Was this Princess Leia inspired or?
So, I saw that afterwards. No, it actually wasn't. I would lie and say that it was, but I can't be a liar. No, what happened was I'm just running out of time to make gear because I'm not home a lot and trying to ship fabric to my house. It doesn't get there in time. And I actually ended up 2 days before I had to leave. I didn't have any fabric shipped in. So I just went to my closet. I found some fabric that I had in my closet. I realized I had never really done the color maroon or burgundy. And so I was like, well, let me just do this. Let me throw something together. I love gold. And I just started throwing stuff together. And then I had a fur coat in the closet. And so it all just came together. But I will say Australia is not the place to wear a fur coat.
I was saying that's bold.
Yeah, I was like, this was a mistake. But the gear turned out great. That's a surprise. Okay.
I didn't know the backstory because it's one of favorite gears. That's really cool. But speaking of your recent gears, I wanted to ask, you've been making all these matching gears with Jade, right? Tell me about that process. And it's kind of exciting because the winner of this contest will probably affect Jade's gear in some ways too.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I've always been someone, I've always wanted to be very, very hands-on. I've always wanted to be very unique. And I've only had to think about myself. So now when you're with someone else, it's like it's not just affecting them. So I have to try to run ideas by her. But it's really cool because we get to bounce ideas off of each other. But it's interesting, there's certain colors that I love and there's certain colors that she doesn't like. And I'm just like, okay, but I like that color. But I think it's just ideas off of each other. Our text thread is just nonstop of us trying to figure out what we want to do. We have so many other ideas that we're just trying to find the perfect time to do it. For Backlash, we're bouncing ideas back around, and I know she loves like the latex material, and I love gold chains, so that kind of like all came together. And for a Queen and King of the Ring, I was like, listen, we have abs, we need to show it off, like let's do this still ab thing. So we were able to do that together. So it's really cool because like when I come out by myself, it's one thing, but when you have two people coming out in the same theme, it just hits different. And it's been fun. It's just a collaborative effort. But I'm very, very intense with my designs, and I'm very hands-on, but I'm with someone who's as equally yoked as me. That's like
Yeah.
specific. So it's a good thing, but also sometimes it's just like we're indecisive and it takes forever. We're just like I'm probably driving her gear maker crazy because I do everything last minute. So, yeah.
I'm living for it. But let's move to the top 3 favorite moments. This is such an iconic moment, of course. WrestleMania 38.
Yes, 100% agree with this choice. What I will say about this one, this was really one of my first times really stepping out of like my normal pattern that I usually use. And what's interesting about this one that ties in with this contest with WWE 2K24 is that a fan designed this gear.
Oh.
I saw a drawing of it, and I saw it 2 years before I actually used it. And I remember saying, oh, that's so beautiful, but I'll never be able to make that. Like, that's way too complicated for me. I would have to get someone else to make it. And I don't want to do it. And I sat on it for 2 years. And I decided to I was like, okay, let's just try it. What's the worst that can happen? And I did it. So I was very, very excited about that because I feel like I pushed myself. I accomplished it. And I won the title at WrestleMania with that gear.
Yeah, it's perfect. Speaking of WrestleMania, I wanted to ask, WWE just released like all these unreleased WrestleMania photos, and one of them was WrestleMania 37, you against Sasha, and you were rehearsing the entrance with this huge train.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I still have that.
Oh?
Yeah, I was trying to do an entrance with this huge train, and it had WrestleMania on it. But it was so last minute because like at the time I didn't understand the process of like getting things approved and coming beforehand. I just showed up with this big old cape and they're like, what is this? So we were trying to make it work, and it was too windy, and honestly it wouldn't work raining. And so the cape had WrestleMania on it and the EST was in big letters, and it was great, but like it just took away from the entrance because it was all over the place. You couldn't read it. And honestly, the moment was big enough that we didn't need that. But it's a great memento. I think I posted a picture with it on my Instagram.
Oh, got it. Maybe down the line. Let's move to the top 2. The second favorite gear of all time from the fans. It is the denim realness from SummerSlam.
You know what? Yes. That was SummerSlam in Nashville. I went with the country theme. I got inspiration from that gear as well. And I love that gear, but wearing denim in Nashville, where it's like 900 degrees, was not a good idea. I was dying at the ring. I'm like, oh, this is heavy. This is hot. But I loved it. It was cute. It was denim, and it had the tassels, and it was just cowboy feel. The only thing I was missing was the cowboy hat, but I had the braid on the top of the head. So I was like, I guess I could have cut a hole in the top of the hat, maybe. But
maybe, yeah. I mean, it was such a memorable moment because it was like the last chapter of you and Becky storyline. So I think it adds to the whole story, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I love that gear.
But let's move to the top people's favorite gear of all time. Can you guess which one it is?
I would say, I'm trying to think of all my gears.
Well, I've got the answer in my hand. It is
Oh, I
Black
should have.
history in the
You know what?
making.
That's my top. That's one. Yeah, yes, that was a moment. The gear, the accessories, the meaning behind it. Yes, I hope they make an action figure out of that one day. Hands down, one of my and that was in NXT. So
Right.
that's crazy. I should like recreate something like that for main roster.
Yeah, because you said Black history in the making, but you are the history now. Because first Black women to main event WrestleMania, the longest reigning Black world champion of all time, surpassing The Rock, Booker T. You are the history. So how do you feel now looking back at this Black history in the making? It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's still I have to pinch myself to understand the gravity of it all. Because I'm just out here just trying to accomplish great things and be unapologetically me and create a legacy for myself and change the game. That's really what I'm here to do, is just change the game and just make it easier for people that come in behind me. But I don't know. I just always think about the people that came before me. Like none of this would be possible without them laying that foundation, allowing me for it to be a time and space where I felt very safe and very comfortable to go out there and just show up as myself and show up and show out and be unapologetically me and push the envelope, bring my culture to the table. I've always been very intentional with that since NXT. So it's cool. It's so cool now being the first Black woman on the face of the deluxe edition of WWE 2K24. It's crazy. It's really cool to make history. It's really cool to be the first, but I'm ready for it to be the norm now. So that's all I'm looking forward to now.
I love it, I love it. Well, thank you so much for counting down top 5 favorite gears of the fans. So this contest is on right now. It goes till June 12th. So use hashtag Bianca SummerGlam Contest and hashtag 2K Contest to participate. What's the last word you have for the fans who want to participate in this contest?
I want to say, go out there, be unapologetic about your talents. You guys are so talented. I see all the tags you tagged me on. I've seen some designs that haven't made it to the creation suite that I've seen before. So put those in the creation suite so they can be a part of the contest. I love that you guys get to be a part of this integration. I love you so much. I love all the support, but I want you guys to find the inner EST within yourself and use it in this contest so that you can see your gear on me and you can come and meet me and hang out with me. So go out there and go show me what you got.